Okay, so first and foremost, after some consultation based upon last week's blog entry, apparently this lovely little number that I was doing last week, the cateye hybrid, I'm getting the word that this is actually an antibrid, and I've come across a whole bunch of different definitions, but the one that seems to be sticking is that a hybrid is when you are combining two different types of motion around like this, but an antibrid is when basically one hand is tracing the path of one of the poi. So in other words, this would be an antibrid, and of course this would be an antibrid, but this would be a hybrid. And of course the hybrid weave that I played with last week is still a hybrid. So I guess, I don't know, the feeling I'm getting is that antibrids are basically a specialized subset of hybrids, and once again, if I'm getting the nomenclature wrong in any of these, please correct me out there, guys. Interesting thing that playing around with this has taught me this past week, though, is that while one hand is doing the isolation, the other one's doing the cateye, clearly the cateye has a longer path to go through. Now for a while I was also trying to get a 3-foil in while doing the isolation, which, let me tell you, turned out to be rather difficult. And after seeing a couple of videos I finally realized why. Because the trifoil is easier to do with the left poi extended. It's that same kind of tracing move. So I'm sure there's some kind of mathematical equation and the like. Let's hope my landlord's not watching. Let's hope there's some kind of, I think there's probably some kind of mathematical equation for figuring out how those two pieces fit together, but currently I don't know it, and maybe given time I'll work on trying to figure it out. Yeah. Anyway, so other fun things I have been playing with this week. I finally got it in my head to start playing with the atomic weave for no better reason than just I was feeling just the slightest bit bored with the standard kind of the standard planes that I'd been working with for the past few weeks, and I've never really played with atomics that much before, so it was an interesting kind of challenge to pose to myself. The plane is a little wonky with my right hand right when it transitions over to the right side, like right there. But aside from that, I'm liking the way this looks, and can't wait to start playing around with it, going reverse, and seeing what I can't do about putting together an atomic fountain. I think that would be fun. And finally, this will be a short one this week, both because I am doing it first thing in the morning, and also because it's been a busy week and I haven't really been able to play around with much. But going up to New York, my friend Sean and I started playing around with a atypical variation on, I guess this would be both a butterfly and a pair of triangle antispin flowers. So kind of reminds me of like the flapping of a gull's wings, and it's kind of a silly little trick, but it's also kind of fun, and I think it actually looks kind of cool. Basic idea: you got a center point, and you have the two triangles that deviate out and back to the middle like this. And of course, theoretically, once you've done a couple of these, you can switch to the other direction. Although, apparently, there are some timing issues involved in that. So, yeah, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and once again, please write me with corrections if there happen to be any of the stuff. Thanks.